Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Boundy, Psychic Medium here. Ready to put the Daily LENORMAND card spread out there and show you the cards. I'm just glancing down at my iPad to make sure that things are flowing well, just that the stream is going to the correct spot, etc. Because we have had a few technical issues potentially in the last couple of weeks. It's on and off, so I thought, well, I would set the iPad here. Actually, I should put it over there. Nah, I'll do that next time so that I'm looking that way. I have the capability of setting it up that way, and I forgot, so that's all right. That is all right. Good morning, Rena. You're on time for a Saturday. Wonderful too. Thank you for being here. And we've got Ali. Good morning, Ali. Yes, it's a happy Saturday morning. Tune into your intuitive senses, turn on those psychic abilities and all that is involved with that in whatever way that you can, that you do, or that you're about to learn. And just tap into that gut feeling as you're getting your messages yourself. You'd probably get, the tweak of what pops into your mind as I run through some of these cards. Well, all of the cards actually that I've got laid out ready, and I'll show you in a sec. And good morning, Shaz. How are you? So I bet it's beautiful in your garden this morning. It's lovely here. Now, here we go, switching over to the cards. Oh, I was a little bit off center. I thought I'd set it up absolutely perfectly. There we go. I've got a slightly different layout this morning because on the weekends I'm going to just do something a little bit different and show the different cards in different layouts. So good morning, Tiana. Wonderful to see you here too. Now, I've just laid them out as the intuition suggested. So it's just 5 cards this morning that we're going to read. There is no particular meaning or focus on each of these cards as far as how I've done a placement, not like I do the weekday ones. So it's just that there are 5 cards and they're laid out as they are. Just feel into what that patterning even might mean for you, because for someone it could be a significant something. As far as, is it something to do with a pentagram, or is it just that there's 5 cards, penta being that 5 side, obviously. Good morning, Victoria. Lovely to see you here. And Sarah, good morning. You're up early sitting out by the pool. Oh, that would be bliss. It would be. I should actually have my next cup of coffee sitting outside in the backyard, because from there I can actually hear the waves of Boomer Beach crashing. If they are crashing, it could be a very calm morning, even at the seaside level for here. I don't know. I haven't got back to doing my exercise like the walking, because it's amazing what you use both arms for. Walking's one of them. It's a bit awkward to just do good walking with one arm, and I haven't got back to it yet. And that's, pain level. That's pure and simple. So I will start doing that soon. It'll be easy with the sling off. We'll see. Now, here we are with the 5 cards. What I'm going to do is actually read them from the top left. For some reason, my eye will probably always go top left. It's probably partly how we're taught to, to actually do our reading in the West. Whereas if you're Arabic or something, you'd probably start off with the top right or bottom right or whatever. Or even, is it Chinese, Japanese, the Asian countries? Some of those read the backwards. Actually, I don't know specifically. That's only an assumption. We should not assume, should we? But anyway, here we go. If I'm hoping you can see these, it's book by the pictures. That's why they're picture cards, aren't they? There's by the books. It's the book. It's only book in this one, whereas I know we have multi-books in the Gilded Reverie. Yeah, that's the one I usually use, isn't it? So book, clouds, the snake, tree, and crossroad. Now I am going to do it as a round, as a circle, because that's just what I feel gives a really nice, good completion of a reading too. Just having it in that circle. I could read them that way, and then as a second row from left to right, I'm going circle. Okay, so just to give you that guidance with that. Now, also with this, I will pick them up and show in a hopefully more focused way for you and get the picture. And I have been having trouble with focusing this camera. It happened last night that it took a bit to focus it. I had to go right up, bring it down slow. Let's see, there. So the unopened book with stories concealed. When pages are read, the truth is revealed. The book guards tales of inner emotion. Blessed are the words of deep devotion. So it is actually getting us to do a bit of reading. Also, and I feel also with books that we can write our own books too. We're writing our own stories. We're moving along in our life. And unfortunately, that's not going to focus again very easily. So I will, now that I've read that verse for you and you've had a bit of a focus, there we go. You might be able to get a screenshot if you like, if you don't own this deck of cards. It's lovely sometimes to have those little memories of what we've got coming up. Oh, gosh, already a troll. So here we go. Get into spending some time today to read a nice book, something that edifies, something that's going to build you up. And, create that bit of learning for you and deeper devotion, like it said in the verse part. Now we've got clouds. Clouds, bright. Oh, now I've lost the focus. Oopsie. I wish it would stay there. I probably need to actually find a different camera, buy a new webcam that actually is going to allow for a set focus. So clouds brightly shine, strung in precision. Life will be fine with firm decision. Beware of clouds misty and obscure. Life cloaked in darkness is hard to endure. Now that's interesting. It does move. Life does move around in the levels of light and dark that we have in our life. How, and I will mention that depression word as far as that we feel like we're under the heavy clouds and darkness when we are feeling depressed. And it's just one of those emotions that we move through. And sometimes it can be so heavy that we feel we're never going to get out of it. But it does. The clouds move. The clouds can dissipate. They can rearrange in whatever form that the sky and the moisture around will allow. So we need to keep reminding ourselves that it is a ethereal type feeling with the clouds. Even if you were able to be present in amongst them as a body, you'd feel a nothingness. They're just there, wispy and moist or not, so it goes through all the stages of from the dark to the light, and from the light to the dark. All parts of them are needed at some point in time. So we just allow that cycle of clouds as we're moving through our day. And that will probably happen in our day to day too, those different levels of how we're feeling our emotions, because the clouds are moisture hanging in the air. Water is the emotional. So bring it forward to your consciousness and your awareness that really these feelings, the emotions, are only fleeting, and allow it to move through whatever you need to experience or learn in those emotions, okay? So, oh goodness, I've got another one in there. I find it very interesting. So for those who are there and wanting to do something about which possibly you are already, with the spamming messages being sent to you underneath or commented underneath your comments, do just go right click, report and spam and block or delete, whichever you feel you need to. Do not respond to them, because they are spammers, and I just find the energy very rude in what they're putting out in the world. I think actually it's ignorance. I think too, ignoring them is the best option, but just for the reporting factor here, it does help the My Time TV live channel be a little clearer, cleaner in how our chats look later for those that come in as watching the replay. So thank you very much, Sarah. I can see your comment, but I'm being one-handed, I've got one hand in the sling and I'm holding up a card. I can't do it myself. Good morning, Caitlin. I'll acknowledge you in a minute as far as put your comment up. So it's wonderful to see you here, Caitlin. That was focused. Let's have a look at the snake. Vile is the serpent who lulls with a bite. Be not indulgent or slow to the fight. Flee every moment she turns on the charm. This poised opponent will bring you to harm. So this one, in the way that this verse is written, is suggesting definitely that this snake card is a negative card. Now, I actually much prefer to see all of the cards as positive, but really in life there is no negative, positive. It's just that things are as they are, and it's how we actually act or react to them that gives us that our definition of what is negative, positive, good, bad. You know, it's the balance between two sides that feel out of balance. And once we're in balance, we know that we're in our right energy, our right pathway. So I'm feeling that to have the snake in this one, it is just to be wary of dropping into a connection with someone that may not be suitable for our day-to-day, you know, and give our side of the story, give that stance of standing up for yourself. I don't think moving away in the same way as what a snake would, slithering away doing nothing, is the best option, like those who are thank you, Shaz. Great to see that you're doing that. And oh goodness, I don't know what the heck that is. So I've just got to put that down because I've actually okay. There was an auto update going to happen with my eCam. Sorry about that. So while I'm here, I may as well, I put that snake down. So here you go, at the right time for when the trolls were starting to happen. Thank you so much for those doing that work in the background. Thank you, Shaz. And good morning to you, Tracy. I'm going to say my good morning there. And Ali, you're doing the same. Thank you so much. Now, I did need to explain that. Did I say good morning to you, Caitlin, there? I know I saw your message there, so thank you. And Sarah, you're reporting as well. Each and every one, the more that these are reported, the more that Facebook, I think their AI, which is the artificial intelligence things they use, are triggered to particular profiles. I have no idea if these are the same as last night's or whether they're new ones. They look like they look like new ones, so I don't know. So don't respond to them, even just to say no thanks or otherwise. Just do the reporting. If you're absolutely sure that they are a spammy one or a troll, just do the reporting. Don't respond. I found out the hard way that when I deleted, anyone commenting underneath as well was blocked and deleted. And I found, like you said there, Caitlin, that really the timing of that was quite good as I was reading the snake card, wasn't it? So there you go. Good, I did. So thank you. I'm hoping that I haven't left out anyone's valid good morning and comments that are there. So that's thank you. Thank you, because I certainly don't want to put the other comments up. So I think we finished with the snakes. Snake, the snake card. Here we go next with the tree. I love this card, so because I like trees really are the essence of what is the good, solid, plant life on Earth. Every little bit of what we have is needed, but it's just so lovely to see the trees, how long they've taken to grow, and I feel so sad when they're chopped out, pulled down, killed. One tree from earth is best to see. It springs from birth, good health for thee. And if the tree should reappear close to the querent, your goal is near. So this is almost like a timeline thing. So if in a reading, this one would turn out to be a timeline, to say if it's close to, in a card spread that's personal for you, it would indicate that what's coming is very close. What I'm seeing, what I feel in the tree is certainly that depth of connection, that networking that is possible through the root system, through the branches and, the branches, the tree of the tree and the leaves, every little sub branch and out to the leaves, because it's the whole tree that, with the depth of its roots and its reach and networking with other trees all around the world, because they are life. They are alive and communicating all the time with other trees. It's a earthly connection. And you look at what the branches reach out to, it's the air. What's the air? It's vibration and energy. All of us are energy anyway. We're all vibrating and have frequency. But it's just that knowing that they are our life givers. So be the life giver for someone else. It's showing up in our life, our day to day, to be that life giver, because they suck in the carbon dioxide and put out oxygen, release oxygen, and that's what we need to breathe. It's the whole of other human, the animal life that needs them too. The whole balance of what is our earthly beingness here is present in a tree, is present in the soil, is present in the air, the water that flows. It's just a beautiful balance, and we need to be consciously aware of helping to maintain that and being the stewards for Mother Earth. So here we go, as we have the tree in the next position on our spread today. And the final one, the fifth, earth, air, fire, water, and ether. Those 5 elements that we have in our beingness. And having this one of the crossroads, a road in the open reveals the best way. Choose wisely your path to avoid and dismay. Follow your dreams with faith and precision. All will be clear once you've made your decision. So here we have the variance. It's a crossroad. It's an indication for us that we will be at some point in the day today confronted with our crossroad and needing to make a decision. I think that's a gorgeous depiction, lovely artwork in this one, if I could get it to focus fully and properly. But anyway, we've got the gist of what that's going to mean for our day today, that when we consider all 5 cards together, we really do have this balance of earthly, the air. We've got and certainly snakes tend to be more earthbound, as in crawling on the earth and connected with that. So it's a bit of both. They can be in the trees or on the ground or in the ground. It's that full connection there as well. So, and here we've got our mind, our thoughts, our thinking, our understandings in books, and the way that we share information. It doesn't necessarily need to be books. We read them on electronic devices and stuff these days too. So it's that all of who we are in one little spread, and deciding now what is our next step. Whatever decisions, we're using all of our faculties the same as we're using all of the elements of all that we have available. Use it wisely. Just looking at those, the residual of those messages, I still have them sitting on the back end of the Be Live. Seeing all of those, I sort of think, well, put the positives out, make the balance from you, that you're sending out, that you're giving to others, that it is in beautiful heart space, from beautiful heart space to beautiful heart space. And just trust that being you is the best way of living in this space we call Earth. Be that authentic, understanding you first, giving that out to the world. Keep using what tools you feel that you need to, what you're being guided to. I've enjoyed sharing the cards with you this morning. I love doing these. I've got some more coming. I saw some other systems. So I'm going to be still exploring this investigation self. It's not a self-analysis. It really is an understanding of self in that inner sense. That's what I want to be doing. So I love doing that for myself to share out for you. So there might be some new things coming up in the near future. Who knows, that I can share as well. So it'd be lovely to actually have you sharing your ways of doing things with us as well. So I would like to remind, now I've got to point the right way, the rosboundy.com.au website. If you're needing more detailed, individualised readings for yourself, have a look around there. At some point soon, when I can actually get the typing happening, I've got to figure out a way of doing, some posting in there so that we can share information. And look, I'll see you tomorrow morning at about the 8 o'clock. If I sleep in, you'll understand. I know that. I do tend to try to be here at 8 o'clock. I find it is the best time. If you feel a different one, suggest a different time is great. So thank you very much, Sarah, and each and every one of you. Thank you, Caitlin. And we'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Keep being the best you, and namaste.